I know that, sir, but think of the disastrous effect this might have on the morale of the American teenager. No, I'm not suggesting the boy doesn't want to go into the army. It's just that... No, I'm not saying that. Oh, well, it seemed to me that 2 weeks from today, at the induction center, he'll be there. Rosie, thank God you've come. This is the end of the Almelu Music Corporation. Conrad Birdie is going into the army.
And your faithful secretary is hereby submitting her resignation.
Huh?
I just dropped in to say goodbye, Albert, darling. That's all.
Rosie, you can't. Not today of all days. My pills. Where are my pills? The little white ones that I take when I'm overwrought.
Here.
Oh, not so much break it in half.
You're 26 years old, Albert. You can have a whole aspirin.
I am not 26. I'm a long way from 26. I won't be 26 until tomorrow. Water.
It's no use, Albert. My mind's made up. I've been with Almelu 6 years now, and as you well know, I've been a lot more than just a secretary to you.
Rose, those were moments of madness.
Well, between the moments of madness and the office, I put in a good 90-hour week. And for what? A $5 raise in 1957 and a bottle of arpege last Christmas?
Promise her anything but give her arpege, Rose.
Yeah, but not a 16th of an ounce. Besides, I want something more than that.
Rosie, if you're referring to anything of a more permanent nature between you and me, I'm not ready for it. Besides, there are religious differences.
Spanish is not a religion.
And if it's part of the company you're after, the answer is no to that, too. Almelu is me, Mama, and Lou. And any change in it would kill that wonderful woman who bore me.
Nothing could kill your mother, Albert, except maybe a silver bullet.
And I won't drop poor old Lou either. He loved you, Rose.
I loved Lou, too. Sure, he was warm, he was loyal, he was lovable, but he died 6 years ago. And besides, he was a wire-haired terrier. Anyhow, I don't want part of the company. This is something much more important than that.
Rosie, if you're going to discuss what I think you're going to discuss, I am in no mood to discuss it.
There's nothing to discuss, Albert. Conrad Birdie is going in the army. I quit. There's nothing you can do but give up the business, go back to college, and get your...
Rosie, I am up to my ears in debt. Conrad's got a $50,000 guarantee which I can't pay. And I've just taken a severe overdose of aspirin.
Albert, this may be your last chance. Will you listen to me, Albert? I'm serious. His going in the army is the best thing he could do. Now you're free to start to do what you wanted to. Albert, Albert, Albert. I remember how you told me I should trust you for a year. It would just be for a year. home. You were going to NYU and
Don't say Rose.
become an English teacher.
Rose, please.
And furthermore, he wrote poetry.
Rose.
And in the NYU yearbook for 1954, under Albert Peterson's favorite piece of literature, you know what it says? Little Women.
I'm ruined in show business.
An English teacher, an English teacher, if only you'd been an English teacher. We'd have a little apartment in Greece. You'd get a summer vacation, and we would know what life means. A man who's got his masters, he's really someone. How proud I'd be if you had become one. It could have been such a wonderful life. I could have been Mrs. Peterson, Mrs. Albert Peterson, Mrs. Margaret Kappa Peterson, the English teacher's wife.
Rosie, I told you, as soon as I get a few bucks ahead.
You said that before, Albert, and then along came Conrad Birdie. And it was goodbye, Geoffrey Chaucer. Hello, William Morris. Goodbye, NYU. Hello, Almalu. 'Cause when you wrote Conrad's first hit, Ugga Bugga Boo, then I knew that was it. You were through with English forever. An English teacher is really someone. How proud I'd be if you had become one. It could have been such a wonderful life. I could have been Mrs. Peterson, Mrs. Albert Peterson, Mrs. Margaret Kappa Peterson, the English teacher's wife.
Rosie, I'll make a deal with you. Stay with me. Help me get the money to pay Conrad's guarantee, and as soon as I'm out of the red, I'll dissolve the company and go back to the academic life.
Albert, you're on.
Of course, it may take a while, but I'm sure that by 1973, or 1974 at the very latest, we could... What's that?
Something that's going to push the date up a few years. Pick a name.
Pick what name? What are you talking about?
All right, I'll do it for you. McAfee. Kim McAfee. Age 15, President and Recording Secretary, Conrad Birdie Fan Club number 2748 of Sweet Apple, Ohio. Mary, can you get me Sweet Apple, Ohio? The number is capital 78820. And call me right back.
No, wait a minute. What's going on here? Who is this Kim, whatever her name is?
Kim McAfee, Albert. It's what's going to send you back to college with the biggest hit song this business has ever seen. It's called One Last Kiss.
I've never heard of it.
You haven't written it yet. But when you do, and when that last kiss is from Conrad Birdie on his way to the big cold army for 2 long years, and when he gives that one last kiss to one of his fans, chosen at random from 1,200,000 hysterical teenagers, why, it'll turn Mr. Birdie into the hottest soldier since Joan of Arc.
Oh, Rose, I'm beginning to see it. We cut the record here in New York.
Take that greasy bongo playing Carthy to Sweet Apple.
Then kiss the kid.
And release the record. Albert, you'll make enough money to go back to college for the rest of your life.
Rosie, it's wonderful. And I promise you, as soon as this is settled, it'll be just the two of us, Rose. In perfect bliss. I'll get a job teaching English. Bliss. Kissing, that rhymes. I wonder if anyone's used it before. What difference does it make? It's great for the song. Oh, one last kiss. There never was such bliss. What is your dentifrice? No, too clinical.
An English teacher, an English teacher, someday he may be an English teacher. Hello? Sweet Apple is busy. What's going on there? Kim McAfee just got pinned to who? Never mind, Mary. Keep trying, and call me right back. Then we would have such a wonderful life. Then I might be Mrs. Peterson, Mrs. Albert Peterson, Mrs. Barbie Cabell Peterson, the English teacher's wife.
You're giving up the scream? You mean the Conrad Birdie is seen on television? You're not gonna go? No! Oh, Kim! And then when you are through, you make him the man you want him to be. Life's lovely when you're a woman like me. How wonderful to know the things a woman knows. How marvelous to be for a day in simply beautiful clothes. How lovely to be a woman and change from boys to men, to go to a fancy nightclub and stay out after 10. How lovely to be so grown up and free. Life's lovely when you're a woman like me.
Dear, there's a call for you. The operator said she's been trying to get through for nearly 3/4 of an hour.
Thank you, Doris. I'll take it down there.
She said it was long distance, and I can't imagine who. What did you say?
I said thank you, Doris. There's no need to look so upset. It's modern to call your mother by her first name. It makes the mother-daughter more like pals.
And your father?
I'll call him Harry, naturally.
Yeah.
By the way, I think Harry took the news about Hugo and I awfully well. Don't you, Doris? This is she. Yes, always.
I don't know. Yesterday I was a mother. Today I'm a pal. Are you sure you would like to call me Mom? That's modern.
I'm sorry, but times are changing, and you've got to go along with them or be left behind with the old folks. By the way, Doris, have you got a cigarette? I seem to have run out.
I am not an old man. I was 18 in World War II.
Conrad Birdie is coming here to kiss me. Doris? Mother!
Oh, that's nice. Now you just sit down and put your head on Mommy's
No,
shoulder.
you don't understand. Conrad Birdie is coming here to Sweet Apple to kiss me goodbye.
Oh, Mommy, oh, I never thought I'd say it, but God bless Conrad Birdie.
We love you, Conrad. Oh, yes, we do. We love you, Conrad, and we'll be true. When you're not near us, we're blue. Oh, Conrad, we love you.
Hi, girls. I'm sorry I'm late. Now, let's go over the Birdie song once more before we go down to the trail. Remember the Conrad Birdie creed, dear. No smoking until you're 14. All right, shall we try it?
We love you, Conrad. Oh, yes, we do. We love you, Conrad, and we'll...
A little girl, you can sing with us if you want. girls go down to the train and I'll talk to them. And stay out of the bar. Hi, I'm Albert Peterson, Conrad's manager. Oh, come on, now that's no way to be. Things can't be that black. Smile. A little girl, this is an adult speaking. I order you to smile. Please. These skies are gonna clear up. Put on a happy face. Brush off the clouds and cheer up. Put on a happy face. Take off the gloomy mask of tragedy. Hasten on your style. You look so good that you'll be glad you decided to smile. Pick out a pleasant outlook. Stick out that noble shade. Wipe off that full of doubt look. Slap on a happy grin. And spread sunshine all over the place. Just put on a happy face. Put on a happy face. Put on a happy face. And if you're feeling cross and vicorish, don't sit and whine. Think of banana splits and licorice and you'll feel fine. I knew a girl so gloomy, she never laughed or sing. She wouldn't listen to me, now she's a mean old thing. So spread sunshine all over the place. Just put on a happy face. Boy, can you get that stuff down to the train on the double? I have to. Rosie, what are you doing?
Getting our things down to the station without any help from you, Albert.
Oh, I'm sorry, Rose. I don't suppose a generous tip would make things up.
Albert, just take your briefcase down to that train before any of those reporters talk to Conrad alone. You know what happened the last time.
You hang on to it, Rose. I've got to wait here for Mom.
Speaking of your mother, Albert, have you told her about dissolving Alme food?
Well, Rose, I couldn't. Well, yesterday was the anniversary.
Of what?
Of Lou. 6 years ago, he was hit on 181st Street in Broadway by a loaded beer truck.
Yeah!
You suppose that's Mama?
It's either her or the all clear.
Mama, what's the matter?
Oh, don't worry about me, Sonny. I'm just a little faint from the subway.
Mama, I told you to take a taxi.
Taxi? What do I need with taxis? ordering the taxis for my successful son. A mother can ride crowded on a dirty subway full of foreign people, wouldn't give you their seat if their life depended on it. But what's the difference? Nowadays, a mother's lower than dirt anyway. Here's the money I saved from not taking the taxi. Buy some candy with it. Who's she?
Oh, Mama, you know Rose Alvarez from the office?
This is Rose Alvarez? Pretty little Rose Alvarez? Rose, what happened? You had a sudden shock or something?
Excuse me, Albert. I think I'll go see if Conrad's here.
By all means, Miss Alvarez. Oh, Sonny, look at her. How nice she looks. It's a wonder to me some older man hasn't snatched her away. A personable matron like that with brains and a few dollars. What a catch you'd make for a convalescent. Goodbye, Rose.
Goodbye, Meg.
Call me Mrs. Peterson.
Mama, what I wanted to talk to you about is sort of about Rose. Maybe you better sit down.
Hi. I know my sonny. He loves his mama. He isn't going to say anything that'll break her heart. Go ahead, dear. What about Rose?
Well, it's about Lou, too.
Lou! Oh, Lou, where are you? Oh, struck down by a beverage I consumed faithfully for 32 years. What about Lou?
Well, Mama, Rose thinks, and I agree, that I should give up outing Lou. Mama, what's the matter?
Oh, nothing's the matter. You just killed me, that's all. Lou, I'm coming. I'm on my way up.
Mama, you don't understand. It's just that Rose thought. Well, and then I thought that. Look, here's some money, Mama. Take a cab home. The subways are too crowded.
Nothing's too crowded for a mother. I'll take the IRT. That's the worst subway. Wait a minute. How many blocks is it after all? Only 107. I'll walk.
Mama.
Enjoy yourself, son. Take care. Wear your heavy coat. Be careful crossing the street. Keep your money in your inside pocket. Wear your galoshes. And eat a hot lunch.
Albert, I thought you were going to bring it to her gently.
Well, as a matter of fact, Rosie, I didn't tell her at all. She was so upset about my leaving, I thought maybe I'd better wait.
You mean you didn't?
He's coming! He's coming! Conrad, hurry! He's coming!
Come on, Rosie, Conrad's coming, and we can't let him talk to those reporters alone.
But Albert, you promised
Wait,
me
Rosie,
that.
Conrad,
Hey, how about answering a couple questions, Conrad? Like how you feel about going into the army?
How does he feel? You ask how he feels. Well, he's much too shy to tell you, so I'll tell you how he feels. He feels brave and eager, strangely humble, proud to be a plain GI.
He will gladly face those bullets, for he's not afraid to die. For he's a kind of standing, healthy, normal American boy.
And that's why he volunteered.
Volunteered? I thought he was drafted.
And he healed 3 times.
Sing! We love you, Conrad. Oh, yes, we do. We love you, Conrad, and we'll be true. When you're not near us, we
It was just a friendship ring.
For he's a final standing, patriotic, healthy, normal American boy.
And why was her husband so mad?
Sing!
We love you, Conrad. Yes, we do. We love you, Conrad.
I'll never forget Conrad's first words when he found he'd been accepted into the armed forces. Gee, Mr. Peterson, I cried eagerly. Do you think they'll assign me to one of the frontline trenches? That way I'll be sure to get me one of those dirty cherries.
Albert!
Or whoever's dirty this time.
Hey, Mr. Peterson, give us the real scoop. Is Conrad still dreaming on?
And now listen here. This gossip must stop. He goes to church each Sunday and he doesn't touch a drum.
He's as decent as a minister. He's as sober as a judge. He subscribes to every charity. And his hobbies making fudge.
But he's a fine, upstanding, patriotic, healthy, normal American boy.
Is it true that you found Conrad in the forest?
That is a lie. A lie.
True. I'll tell you where he came from. Here's the story, and it's true. He was born in Indochina, son of missionaries.
Thousand-acre farm.
Very poor, very
From a line of wealthy planters.
Cruel life to
With a
bear.
genteel southern charm.
Then he drifted down to Hong Kong.
By the
To
river.
a waterfront
In the
saloon.
moonlight they would view.
That is where I heard him singing.
That's where Conrad started singing.
Neath that dirty
Neath that
Hong
sweet
Kong
plantation moon.
Conrad Purdy, welcome to Sweet Apple. Now, before we escort you to the town hall where the mayor himself is waiting, I would like to introduce to you the girl who which you have chosen to bestow your final kiss upon, and who will now lead us in reciting the Conrad Purdy Pledge, Cameron McAfee. I, Cameron McAfee, being of sound-minded body, do hereby promise to be loyal, courteous, steadfast, and true to the Conrad Party and the United States of America. Though indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. He's a fine, upstanding, patriotic, healthy, normal American boy. Fine, upstanding, patriotic, healthy, normal American boy.
Rosie, I'm going with Conrad. You stay here.
But Albert,
I've got to make Conrad speechful. You get the bag, stack them, and bring them to the house. If I see a taxi, I'll send one back. For he's a
Kim, before you go, can I talk to you for a minute?
Right now? I mean, couldn't it wait? I'm in an awful hurry.
I don't think so, Kim. It's important.
You go Peabody. What is so important that you have to talk to Kim right now?
What's so important? Well, I'll tell you what's so important. The day after I give her my pin, she goes around kissing someone else. That's what's so important. Now, I want you to know I'm quite upset about this, Kim. I've already had several headaches and a nosebleed.
Why, Hugo Peabody, I believe you're actually jealous of Conrad Birdie.
Me? Jealous. Well, I'm the opposite of jealous. I'm very jealous, and I have every right to be. Kim's my steady.
That's just it, Hugo. I'm your steady. I may admire Conrad Birdie as one admires a far distant, unattainable ideal, but I'm pinned to you, and I don't care how common and ordinary you are. That's just how it's gonna stay.
You're not just saying that to make me feel better?
I mean every word of it, Hugo. Conrad Birdie is a fling. Steady is forever. One special boy, one boy to go with, to talk with, and walk with. One boy, that's the way it should be.
That's the way it should be.
One certain boy, one boy to laugh with, to joke with, have hope with. One boy, not two or three. One day you'll find out this is what life is all about. You need someone who is living just for you. One boy, one steady boy, one boy to be with forever and ever. One boy, that's the way it should be. That's the way it should be.
Oh, Kim, I feel so much better now. All fuss and my nosebleed have utterly vanished.
You are silly to worry, Hugo. Conrad Birdie may be a great public figure, but he doesn't make me feel all dizzy and faint when I think of him. Only my steady does that. Why, even when I say his name, I don't feel a thing. Listen. Conrad Birdie. Conrad Birdie. Conrad Birdie. One steady boy, one boy to be with forever and ever. One boy, that's the way it should be. That's the way it should be.
The voice she loves is the boy that makes her dizzy and almost faint. And you heard her, lady. That voice, it's me. It's me. It's me. It's me. It's me.
One day you'll find out this is what life is all about. You need someone who is living just for you. One guy, one special guy, one guy to live for, to care for, be there for. I was just thinking of you, Albert.
Never mind thinking of me, my speech. Where is it?
It's in the briefcase.
Oh, good. Bring it along. The mayor's almost finished talking. Come on.
That's the way it should be.
down for you. I've gotta be sincere, honestly sincere. Man, you gotta be sincere. If you're really sincere, if you're really sincere, then it's gotta be right. Oh, wait. Oh, honey. Hug me. Stop! My sincerity is true. I look you in the eye. I don't even have to try. It's automatic. I'm sincere. When I sing about it, man, I really feel that free. When I sing about a girl, I really feel that girl. I mean, I really feel. If you feel it in here, then it's gotta be right. Oh, baby. Oh, honey. Oh, baby. You, I gotta be sincere. Oh, baby, you, I gotta be in here. Oh, my baby. Oh, my baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, my baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, we're gonna be sincere, we're gonna be sincere. Oh, we're gonna be sincere, we're gonna be sincere. Oh, we're gonna be sincere, we're gonna be sincere. Oh, my baby, oh, yeah. Oh, my baby, oh, yeah. We're gonna be sincere, we're gonna be sincere. Oh, my baby, oh, yeah.
Your father has a right to enjoy his eggs, dear. But I'm sure he won't mind if we just quietly start clearing away some of these other things. I know the house has been hectic this morning, but Ken has gone to a lot of trouble to fix a special breakfast for Mr. Birdie, and I want to make sure it's ready and waiting for him when he comes down. After all, he is a national figure, and I want to show show these New York people that we know how to treat a national figure here at Sweet Apple. Of course, it doesn't really mean that much to me personally, but for Kim's sake, there we are. All done. Did you enjoy it, dear? Good. Now you just hurry along.
Doris, I am not budging from this room until I have had my coffee, smoked a cigarette, and read my paper.
I'm sorry, dear. I didn't have time to make your coffee this morning. How about a nice, warm 7-Up?
Morning, Pa. Here's your paper. I hope you don't mind, but I could have a few stories about Conrad.
I have tried to run this house on a democratic basis. I have extended the right of self-determination to both the woman I have married and the children I have sired. The vote has been denied no one on the basis of age, sex, or political affiliation. There has been no taxation without representation, and open covenants have been openly arrived at. Last night, I gave up my room to a guest who repeatedly referred to me as Fads. Telephone calls were made on my phone to New York, Chicago, Fairbanks, Alaska, and Hong Kong. I slept in a camp cot with my feet in the fireplace and my head in an ashtray. Outside my window, 3 heartbeats shrieked, "We love you, Conrad!" 4,723 times. I have just lost 2 fried eggs. Gentlemen, the democracy is over. The Magna Carta is revoked, Parliament is dissolved, and Nero is back in town. And you know it, serve an emperor a warm 7-Up.
Oh, Mr. McAfee, I hope you won't mind keeping off the phone for a few minutes. We are expecting a long-distance call from New York.
Perfectly all right. I'll just go out and burn Rome.
Your father's just excited about Conrad's being here, that's all.
He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. Mother, I'll get the eggs. You go off again.
Girls, he's coming. You better hurry if you want to watch him eat. Here we go.
Doris, I'm sorry. We just had to come to. We'll sing quietly up here. Here he is.
All me for lunch. Hiya, Fats.
Now, talks about that boy.
Please, Harry, he's just shy.
You asked me.
After all, Kim is only 15, and I don't want
Please,
her.
Daddy, not in front of everybody.
I don't care who's here. No ill-mannered loud is going to. You shut up.
I don't like to say that. The boys are guests.
This is my house until she is 18.
What, Daddy?
I said shut up until she is 18.
What, Daddy?
Will you leave me alone?
Mr. and Mrs. McAfee, Kim Randolph, is this the way you want 75 million Americans to see you?
What are you talking about?
You're all going to be on television with Conrad.
Television?
That's right, I just got the confirmation from New York, from Ed Sullivan himself.
We're going to be on the Sullivan Show? The Ed Sullivan Show?
That's right, they're going to cut it on Sweet Apple to 8:05 this Sunday night, and you're all going to be on. That's why I beg you to put aside our petty differences. To that great audience out there, you are an American dream come true. And for the free world's sake, Mr. McAfee, don't destroy that dream.
On the Ed Sullivan Show? Ed Sullivan! Me, Harry McAfee, appearing with Ed Sullivan! Ed Sullivan! Ed Sullivan!
How could any family be half as fortunate as we?
We'll be coast to coast with our favorite host, Ed Sullivan. Ed Sullivan. Ed Sullivan. We're gonna be on Ed Sullivan. I got a wonderful ride. 2 swell kids, a good job, and now this! So here we come, the biggest dinner, and I love you.
Well, this is it, Albert. What do you think?
Oh, it looks great, Rose. And now, there's something I want to talk to you about.
Of course, it's been used as a movie house for the past 30 years, but I think it'll be just fine for the TV show.
Oh, it'll be swell, Rose. Now, what I wanted to say.
There should be the cameras and lights today, and whatever costumes we need, we can
Rosie, I'm sure that everything will be perfect. Now, if you'll just forget about the Sullivan Show for 1 minute. There's something very important that I want to tell you about you and I, Rose.
You and me, English teacher.
Rose, I'm serious. I wanted to tell you that I'm very glad that you and I, and me, are out here together. Being away from New York, Rose, has made me see all kinds of things in a different light. That's why I wrote Mama and told her that no matter what happens, I've decided to give up Almy Lou.
Oh, Albert, you didn't.
I did. I wrote her the day we left, which leaves 3 days and 3 nights for her to get in touch, and so far not a word. If you ask me, she's accepted the whole thing by now.
Oh. 3 days and 3 nights on a Trailways bus. But what's the difference? I'm only a mother. And for a mother, a Trailways bus is good enough.
Mama, what are you doing here?
Did you think I wouldn't come? A woman gets a letter, obviously written under the influence of drugs, and she Dear Mom, this is to let you know that Almay Lou is dissolved. Your friend, Albert. Almay Lou dissolved? Dissolve me! Who am I anyway? A sick old woman, probably won't last the night. I just want a simple stone with one word carved on it. Albert's mother. And don't hire a limousine to get me to the final resting place. I'll walk.
Mama.
And tell that Spanish friend of yours, I forgive her. She knoweth not what she done.
Mama, Rose is right here.
This is Rose? I can't believe it. Oh, she looks like Margot when they took her from Shangri-La. Oh, Albert, for her own sake, send her back to Tibet. And don't worry about a secretary. It so happens on the bus, I met the perfect secretary, a wonderfully refined girl on her way to Akron. Only I persuaded her to get off here. Sonny, say hello to Gloria Rasputin. Hi, Al. Hey, you're cute.
Mama, I don't need a secretary. I have Rose.
Oh, what does Rose need a job for? In a year or two, she'll be getting Social Security.
But listen, I don't just type.
Oh, you do other things?
I tap dance. I figured I would help you with the secretary stuff, and you could help me get into show business. Hold this, honey. May, can you hum Swanee River?
Oh, it's my favorite selection.
Get a load of this, Al. Well, do we get the job?
Well, I don't know. You certainly have wonderful qualifications, but I'm used to working with Miss Alvarez. However, as you say, Mama, we are faced with a certain amount of extra work. Do you have to stay down there?
For a few minutes.
Oh, Sonny, for the movies, they can always just cut away while they jack her up. Why don't you take Gloria somewhere and see how fast she types?
Well, I do have all these releases to get out, and Gloria could do them. Unless it makes any difference to you, Rose.
Why would it make any difference to me?
Rosie, you stay here and keep working, and I'll go along with Miss Rasputin.
Oh, I'll find you a typewriter.
Do you use the touch system?
Whenever possible.
I could kill him. I could just kill him!
Excuse me, Miss Alvarez, but I'm looking for Kim McAfee. I just want to tell her that she is not to kiss Conrad Birdie on that Sullivan show tonight, because if she does, I'll... Ow. Miss Alvarez, is anything wrong? Miss Alvarez, it's me, Hugo Peabody. Can I do anything for you, Miss Alvarez?
Yes, Hugo, I think you can.
CBS presents this program in color. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, from New York, the Ed Sullivan Show. Brought to you by Nabisco, makers of shredded wheat, premium saltine crackers, Oreo cream sandwich, and so many good things to eat.
As you know, in just about 14 hours, one of show business's brightest talents is going off to play a very special engagement. And tonight, before he goes, he wants to leave a certain lucky young lady with one last kiss. Ladies and gentlemen, we take you to Sweet Apple, Ohio, where a typical American family, Mr. and Mrs. Harry McAfee, and their children, Randolph and Kim, are gathered to bid farewell to a typical American soldier, Conrad Birdie.
Where's that?
Oh, one last kiss. Oh, give me one last kiss. Never felt like this. No, never felt like this. You know I need your love. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, give me one last kiss. One more time. Oh, baby, one more time. You really is sublime. Oh, honey, so sublime. You know I need your love. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, give me one last kiss. Give me one last kiss. Give me one last kiss. Oh, one last kiss. Oh, give me one last kiss. Oh, never felt like this. You know I need your love. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, give me one last kiss. See how graceful the first red mountains Oh, one last kiss. Oh, give me one last kiss. It never felt like this. No, never felt like this. You know I need your love. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, give me one last kiss. One more time. Oh, baby, one more time. You really is sublime. Oh, honey, so sublime. You know I need your love. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, give me one last kiss. Give me one last kiss. Give me one last kiss. You know I need your love. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, give me one last kiss. One last kiss. One last kiss. Oh, give me one last kiss. One last kiss. One last kiss. Oh, give me one last. Okay, brace yourself, kid.
Brace your stuff, Conrad Birdie!
Hugo, you hit him!
He deserved it! He was a thief of love!
Hugo Peabody, I never want to speak to you again!
I just need to know who's responsible for this. Who let that kid in here?
I did, Albert.
Rose.
It's a sort of farewell present for you and Miss Rasputin. Where to good health.
Oh, Rosie, come back. You can't leave me here alone.
You're not alone, Albert. You're on television.
He's a fine, upstanding, patriotic, healthy, normal American. For he's a fine, upstanding, patriotic, healthy, normal American.
senility. From Benedict Arnold to Mussolini.
I never understood why Ingrid Bergman married him in the first place.
Egotistical, selfish human beasts.
Then what are poor women to do, Miss Alvarez?
Use them. Let them be our playthings. While we live, sip from the cup of life, mix the potion full strong, and drain it to the dregs. How do you like them apples, Mr. Peterson? We need them. No, we don't. Do we want them? No, we don't. No, we need them. No, we won't. Tell me, what did I say that? What did we ever see in them? How could we ever think that they were nice? Take it from us, we paid an awful price. It was rough from the start. Broken days, broken nails, broken hearts. What did we ever see in
Hugo F. Peabody.
Huh?
Hugo! What did I ever see in him? Why, he's as bad as Mr. Peterson, if not worse. Rose, I'm coming with you!
And don't be ridiculous, Kim. You're only 15.
Juliet was 14 when she left home.
And look what happened to her. Listen, Kim, why don't you have some milk and cookies and go to
There's
bed?
so many more cookies, Miss Alvarez! I want to live! Oh, we'll sip the drinks together. We'll help each other out with our potions.
For the last time, Albert, I'm okay. And I don't feel like getting into bed. Now leave me alone.
Conrad, be reasonable. You've had a severe shock. The best thing for you to do is go upstairs. Aha! There she is. The traitor who stabbed me in the heart while my back was turned.
Get out of my way, Albert.
Careful, son. She may be on.
I can handle her, Mama. Go upstairs with Conrad and see that he gets into bed.
For the last time, Albert, will you get out of my way? I'm going out on the town tonight, and I don't want to waste another minute.
Not until I've had my say, Rose. I just want to let you know that thanks to Mama's quick thinking, the kiss will take place after all. Tomorrow morning at the railroad station just before Conrad leaves. So it looks like you failed, Rose. As anyone must fail who tries to buck out Peterson. One of the giants, one of the titans, one of the King Kongs of the music industry.
What did I ever see in him? How did I ever think that he was nice? Take it from me, I paid an awful price. It was rough from the start. Broken days, broken nails, broken hearts.
An iron builder, a colossus.
Get out of my way, you defrocked English teacher! What did I ever see in him?
Rosie, come back. Do you hear me? This is King Kong calling. Rosie. Rosie, I need you. And I don't care how you plead and beg, Miss Alvarez. You are through here at Almelu. Not only do I accept your resignation, but furthermore, you're fired. And just remember one more thing. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never harm me. You big rat! Sorry to have to do this in front of you folks, but I've had to let Miss Alvarez go. I'll get back.
Probably Hong Kong again.
Hello, this is Albert Peterson. I'm sorry, Mr. Lewis, but Miss Rose Alvarez is no longer with us. That's right.
Rosie, wait for me, I'm coming!
And where do you think you're going, young lady?
With Rose, to drain deep the dregs, to sip full heartily the brimming cup, to live!
Upstairs.
But Daddy!
Did you hear me? I said upstairs.
Miss Alvarez was right. You're all the same, from puberty to Mussolini!
What's that? You dare to say puberty in front of your own father? Not to mention Mussolini. Doris, we failed as parents. I never asked much from my children, just respect. Oh, respect. That's all I asked for, respect. Did I get respect? I did not get respect. I got no respect.
I respect you, Paul.
I don't want your respect. You're a child. What good is respect from a child? Doris, take me upstairs. I'm not a well man. Certain words I did not want to hear in this house. Puberty was the first. Mussolini was the second. And respect was the third.
Now look here, Mr. Lewis. No 3-cent reporter can bulldoze me. I happen to be Albert J. Peterson, and you can print that in whatever cheap paper you happen to represent. It's not a paper. It's a magazine. And it's not Mr. Lewis. It's Mr. Luce. Rosie, I need you.
Sonny boy, where are you going?
Nowhere's, Mama. Just out. It's a little stuffy in here. To look for Rosie, Mama. I love her and I want her back.
Oh, is that all? Oh, I thought it was something serious. By all means, Sonny, go out and find your Lady of Spain. And by the way, dear, when you get back here, be sure to stop in the kitchen. Turn off the gas and take my head out of the oven. It's a strange house. I don't want to run up a bill.
Mama, I have had enough of this. If you really loved me, you would help me find Rose before it's too late. But don't you realize what's happened? That poor girl has gone out to make up for all the years she wasted on me. Who knows what low dive she's in at this very moment.
Oh, Sonny, you're right. I'll help you find her. Only, maybe I better give you the message that Conrad left you first.
What message?
Oh, nothing to worry about, darling. He just said that he's going out tonight, and he doesn't know if he'll be back in time to kiss Kim tomorrow.
Mama, why didn't you tell me this before?
Well, sweetheart, darling, I tried to, but you kept bringing up a certain party from south of the border.
I don't know what's the matter with me. He knows how much this means to me. Conrad!
Take it easy, I'm coming. And before you start hollering, Albert, I just want you to know that I've made up my mind. I am sick and tired of getting up at 9 every morning and having people watch me when I eat and letting kids poke me in the eye. I want to go out, have some fun, meet a couple of young chicks. Don't you understand, Albert? I am tense! Woo!
Well, don't just stand there, Mama. Do something.
Conrad. Have you ever given thought in terms of a more mature woman?
Man, I hope I never get that tense. Now look, buddy boy. This is my last free night before I go into the army, and I am going out.
You can't go out without my permission. It says so in your contract. Mama, get the contract. It's in. Never mind. I'll get it myself. Conrad, you stay right here.
Conrad.
There are chicks just right for some kissing, and I need to kiss me a few. Man, those chicks don't know what they're missing.
I've got a lot of living to do. Sizzling steaks are ready for tasting, and there's Cadillacs all shiny and new. Gotta move, 'cause time is a-wasted. There's such a lot of living to do. There's music to play, places to go, people to see. Everything for you and me. Hey, you kids live here, don't you?
Yes, Mr. Birdie!
Well, what is the lowdown on this town?
Oh, Spinacle, Ohio was founded in 1852 by Jeremiah Apple.
No, I mean, what do you do for fun here? When do you go to have fun?
Well, there's the church basement, or the sweet shop, or the older kids go to the ice house.
Ooh, what's there?
It just so happens, Mr. Birdie, that the ice house is where people go when they want to be alone.
Ain't you that chick I was supposed to kiss?
I am not a chick. I am a fully grown woman, and I insist on being treated as such. As a matter of fact, that's why I'm leaving home.
Now you're talking. Let's move. Crazy clothes and little races. Someone nice to come up to. Broadway lights and wide open spaces. There's such a lot of living to do. Lots of things and you're just so new. You can do and nothing. You like with and someone to hold you. Yeah, baby, got a lot of living to do. Wow, there's music to play, places to go, people to see. Everything for you and me. Got a lot of living, such a lot of living. What a lot of living to
Come back here, Cam! Cam, where are you? You go. Have you seen Cam?
Don't ask me. Ask Conrad Birdie.
What are you talking about?
They're out together having moonlight swims and motorboat races and loop-the-loop. I'm gonna do the only sensible thing. Drink myself to death.
Moonlight swims, motorboat races, loop the loop! Doris! Get a gun.
Oh, Mr. McAfee, you haven't seen Conrad, have you?
No, but I intend seeing him. So if you have a message for him, Mr. Peterson, I'd be happy to deliver it. Right after I shoot him.
Shoot him. Rosie. I've got to find Rosie.
Dear, what are you talking about? You know you don't have a gun.
There's that Daisy air rifle in the garage.
That's mine, Paul.
You shut up. I wonder where I can buy BBs this late at night.
Anyway, it's broken, dear.
Well, that get me anything. That bow and arrow set I gave you last Christmas with the suction tips. Well, don't just stand there. My daughter has run off in the feed to loop the loop. Get me a water gun. Kids, I don't know what's wrong with these kids today. disrespectful oafs, noisy, crazy, sloppy, lazy loafers. And while we're on the subject, kids, you can talk and talk till your face is blue. Kids, but they still do just what they wanted to. Why can't they be like we were, perfect in every way? What's the matter with kids today? Kids! I don't mind the moonlight swims, it's the loop that hurts. Kids! How do we beat the Russians? Kids! I know what puberty was till I was almost past it. Laughing, singing, dancing, bending, morons, and while we're on the subject, kids, they are just impossible to control. Kids, with their awful clothes and their rock and roll. Why can't they dance like we did? What's wrong with Sammy K?
Hey, Pop, here's my pea shooter.
A pea shooter? What good's a... Give it to me. What's the matter with kids today?
I'll have a double rocks scotch. And put some rocks in it this time. Can you make me a vodka malted?
How old are you?
32.
Get up!
What about a beer?
Beat it.
Can't you just let me sit here with an empty glass in front of me?
Out!
Where's the manager? I demand to see Maud.
I'm Maud. Charles F. Maud. And if you're not out of here in 1 minute, I'll take you by the scruff of the neck and throw you out!
Okay, I'm going. This is the last time I do my drinking in this place.
Oh, hey. Bourbon, scotch on the side, no ice, and a cherry in it. Make that 2 cherries. And bring all the dancing boys. Alvarez is the name, but I want you to call me Spanish Rose. Si bonita, da 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 da.
Spanish Rose.
See?
Get out!
Hey, now wait a minute, you can't throw me out. I'm an American citizen, and it is my constitutional right to have a drink if I so choose. And get loaded here if I so choose. And do any wild and
Yeah.
thing that
Hello, this is Albert Anderson. Just Rose Alvarez there.
Oh!
Rose Alvarez.
Why he don't want to go.
As a matter of fact, that's her voice I hear now. Could you put her on, please?
Hold the line. Hey, Fidel Castro!
Tell that wheezy little rat I'm not here.
That proves she's there. Who else would know I'm a weaselly little rat? Rosie, I've got to talk to you. It's about Conrad.
And furthermore, even if I was this Rose, which I am not, the one thing that would certainly make me hang up is any mention of anyone named Conrad.
Rosie, please don't hang up. We won't talk about Conrad. We'll talk about anything you want. You, me, I, anything. Oh, Rosie, please. Talk to me. Baby, won't you talk to me? I don't care what you say. Baby, talk to me. Must you be so far away from me? It seems all wrong this way. Talk to me. And if you miss me, tell me so. Are you lonely? Tell me so. Say you love me. Tell me See you later, boys. Rosie, you've got to help me find Conrad.
And that's only the beginning, Albert. From now on, the sky's the limit. Parties, dances, balls. Amapola, mi linda, amapola. Hey, what's going on in there?
No business of yours, lady. That's a private dining room.
Private? For whom?
But now,
Men only? That's exactly what I'm looking for. I've heard about what goes on in these small towns. Out of Spanish Rose's way!
Oh, no, somebody stop her. Don't let her go in. Spanish Rose, I'm on my way down. Mama, get my coat.
And so, fellow Shriners, with the power vested in me, I welcome you to tonight's meeting to discuss the following agenda about the sweet apple. Now, before the recording secretary reads the minutes from last week's meeting, I'd like to bring up a subject that I'm sure is on everybody's mind tonight.
Miss Alvarez, I have a favor to ask you. Can you go back in there and get me some grain alcohol to go?
Not for $1 million.
My whole world's collapsing before me. I can't get a drink, and Kim's run off with Conrad to the ice house.
Kim and Conrad? The ice house. Albert, I've got to phone Albert. Hugo, you stay right here. No, it is not. Can we talk about this? I mean, I thought this was a good idea.
Here it is, Lodge Roadside Retreat. I'm coming, Rose! Hurry up, Mama.
I don't see why we have to keep running around all night looking for someone it would be better not to find in the first place. If you listen to me, you'll come home, have a nice cup of postum, and go to bed.
Mama, I told you, I'm not coming home until I find Rose. Now, if you want to go home, that's fine with me. As a matter of fact, that's not a bad idea. Why don't you go home, Mama?
What did you say, sweetheart, darling?
I said, why don't you go home, Mama?
Would you mind saying that once more, sunshine of my existence?
I said, go home, Mama. I don't need you anymore.
So, it's come at last. At last it's come. The day I knew would come, at least, has come at last. My sonny boy doesn't need me anymore. Well, what are you waiting for? Get rid of me. Put me out with the garbage. Just throw me out with the used grapefruits and empty cans from the bumblebee salmon. Never mind putting a lid on. Just leave it open so 100,000 pussycats can walk all over a mother. And by the way, sweetheart darling, I got some good news for you. I got the report from the hospital. It's absolutely definite. I got a condition. Never mind what kind of condition. A condition. And the one thing doctors can't cure is a condition. I don't want you to worry, though. Fancy funerals are for rich people. I don't want you to spend a cent. Just wait till Mother's Day. Wrap me in a flag and dump me in the river. I feel better now. Everything is as it should be. Our mother is lying on top of a sanitation truck, bound for the city dump. And a son is running around in saloons with a Mexican Rose who came here for fruit picking season and stayed to ruin an American woman's life.
Are you finished, Mama?
Yes, sonny boy.
Good night, Mama.
You're just like your father. You'd marry anything. Good night, sonny boy.
My name is not Sonny Boy.
Good night,
Mr. Peterson, have you seen Conrad and Kim?
Oh, there, Mr. McAfee, a great pleasure to see you again. Unfortunately, Conrad's affairs no longer interest me. I'm looking for Miss Alvarez now to tell her that... Did you say Conrad and Kim?
they've run off together.
And if we don't find them soon, I intend calling the FBI. Who's the head of it now, dear? Is it Pat Nixon yet?
I'm sure there's nothing to worry about.
Doris, have you seen Ursula?
Ursula?
Is she missing too? Since 10 o'clock and we've looked everywhere.
Mr.
Mr. Peterson!
McAfee, you haven't seen my Harvey, have you?
They're all probably down at the drugstore. Maybe having one of those gang wars.
Gang wars! Kids, I know what's wrong with these kids today. Kids who can understand anything they say.
Kids, they're so ridiculous and so immature. I don't see why anybody would so.
Just wait and see.
They're just enough to
Soon you'll be old enough to
kids
see.
with their awful blues and their broken
I know
bones.
they're teenage delinquents.
Why can't they be like you were, perfect in every way?
What's the matter with kids doing kids? What the devil's wrong with these kids today? Kids who can guess that they will turn out this way. Why can't they be like we were, perfect in every way? What's the matter with kids?
What's the matter with kids?
What's the matter with kids?
Hi, everybody. Good old Hugo here.
Hugo Peabody, what have you been drinking?
Milk. But it worked. Anyhow, I had a perfect right to be drunk. My girls run off with Conrad Birdie.
Tunes on movies. Great double bill tonight. Flying down to Rio and Greed. Gosh, I'll never forget that great cast. Dolores Del Rio.
And Gene Raymond.
What a score.
I've forgotten that.
Hey Rio, flying down to Rio.
Rosie, where have you been? Been looking for you all night. I have good news for you, Rose. I did it. I sent Mama home and I'm a new man, Rose. I'm a world leader.
Albert, Conrad and Kim have gone to the ice house.
The ice house?
The ice house! Doris!
Call the mounted police.
Call Sergeant Joe Friday. Call the Shadow.
Look him up under Lamont Cranston.
Refreshing. Although I do prefer a Murad, but these will do. Well, here we are, Conrad. This is the ice house. Fun, isn't it? Of course, when you've been here as many times as I have, I've been here with just about everybody, you know. Ursula, Deborah Sue, the Girl Scouts. Stronger than the chocolate ones, aren't they? Conrad, you seem a bit nervous. Maybe a drag on this weed would relax you. Or how about one of those reefers I've read so much about? I can get you fixed if you tell me what it is. When you had a donkey on your back as long as I have. Oh, Conrad, you're trembling. Just because you're a few years younger than I am, I hope that doesn't make you uncomfortable. I'm 27 or 28, you know, one of the two. So I really know the score. Oh, I even know some of the words. Connubian, premarial, Gilbert. There you are, sensuous one. We've been looking for you everywhere.
That's not so. Now, out of the way, I'm
I
late.
don't understand. We're coming with you. You said it yourself. We've got a lot of living to do.
Now, wait a minute.
Well, we'll never go home. We'll follow you till the ends of the earth. No, like, wait, yeah!
That stuff ain't as much fun as I made out to,
Well, we
little
can
kid.
start right now. Let's have an orgy. Bye, bye, baby. I wanna miss you so. Bye, bye, Bonnie. Bonnie,
that boy. Do you hear me? This is Albert Peterson speaking.
Albert, look, it's no use. Well, why don't you go back to the house and I'll go down to the courthouse and try talking to the mayor.
Rose, I guess you didn't understand what I said before. This is the new Albert.
But Albert,
Don't but Albert me, Rose. My first command to you, woman, is to get our bags and be at the station by 6:30 tomorrow morning when I intend on being there with Conrad. I further command you to bring whatever legal documents are necessary because I intend making you Mrs. Albert Peterson by 2400 hours tomorrow. Roger, over and out. Rose, did I mention I loved you?
not yet, Albert.
Well, I do. Conrad!
It's going to be such a wonderful life. I'm going to be Mrs. Peterson, Mrs. Albert Peterson, Mrs. Phi Beta Kappa Peterson. Oh, Rosie, nothing can stop you now.
Hello, Rose. Hello, May. So, we're alone at last. Can you spare a few moments for a heart-to-heart with an old friend?
I'll always have time to talk to the woman who by tomorrow evening I'll be able to call.
Don't say it, Rose.
I'll be able to call Mother.
The cruelest word I ever heard. To think I'd live to see the day when I'd have relatives in El Salvador.
And not to mention Guatemala, Brazil, Chile, Uruguay, and Chichiconstanampo. And as soon as Albert and I are married, I'm going to stick a rose in my teeth, sit outside my adobe hut on Central Park West, and sell tortillas. Adios, Mama.
Adios, Rosita.
Call me Mrs. Peterson. I'm just a Spanish tamale, according to May. Right off the boat from the tropics, far, far away. Which is kind of funny, since where I come from is Allentown, PA. Spanish? Okay, May. I'll be Spanish. Right after I marry Alberto. I'll be the toast of Chichiconstanampo. And all day long my castanets will click. I'll hide behind my fan and do the tango. I'll be so Spanish it'll make you sick. I'll eat the tacos and the enchiladas. I'll drink tequila till I feel no pain. The only song I sing will be Granada. I'll be more Espanol than Abilene. La Cuca. Racha. So call me the wild Spanish rose, the craziest flower that grows. I'll kick up my heels and see how it feels cha-cha in the nicest honky-tonks. He'll wear a little moustache and sombrero. My handsome Latin lover from the Bronx. So now that you've met Spanish rose, you'll never forget Spanish rose. She'll taunt you, she'll tame you, but what man can blame you for worshiping Spanish rose? Not Danish, not British, not Swedish, not Yiddish, but Spanish rose.
There's no one here. Come on.
Now look, Albert.
Shut up, Conrad, and get on that train. It took every cent I had to bail you out, and I don't want you seen till we're out in the States.
Now wait a minute, buddy boy. But you saved my life. And whether you pay me, no guarantee or not, you got a contract with me forever.
Conrad, what are you saying?
Now look, now here's a blank piece of paper that I signed my name to. You just fill in whatever you want.
Hello, Albert.
Mama.
Rose, you look good for a change. I know all about you, too. Don't worry. I'll just do what any intelligent mother has to do. Goodbye, Albert. Don't worry about the coat. You'll have 3 main stoves once the train passes over me.
Mama, get up. I don't have time for any nonsense.
Just a minute, Mr. Peterson. I demand to know what you have done with Mr. Birdie. He is not in that jail.
How should I know where he is? I haven't seen him all night. I'm just here to say goodbye to Rosie.
Mr. Peterson.
Now, there's no point getting excited, dear. After all, there's no real harm done. Kim and Hugo are back together again. In fact, the sweetest thing happened. He proposed to her this morning, and she accepted him.
No!
What's wrong, dear?
My life is over. I'll sell the house and go into a home.
Goodbye, Conrad.
Albert, the train's leaving. Albert, I'm in a train.
Well, Albert, here I am, 6:30 on the button. Where's the train?
It left at 6:25
Wait, Albert, you told me to be here
with Conrad
at 6:30 sharp.
and Mama.
Albert, you wanted us to miss the train?
Well, it stands to reason, Rose. Why get on a train to New York when we have tickets to Pumpkin Falls, Iowa?
What's in Pumpkin Falls, Iowa?
An opening the teaching staff at Pumpkin Falls Junior High School. I read about it in this morning's paper. They want someone to teach English and domestic science. And I hope you've brought your documents, Rose, because they prefer the applicant to be married.
Oh, Albert.
Rosie. Did anybody ever tell you that's the most beautiful name in the world? I was never crazy for flowers. I confess that nothing left me colder. I could watch a daisy for hours, and know I feel the several hours older. Lilacs or lilies, any bloom you please, all that they did was make me shrug or sneeze. But now I love each blossom that I see, for a lovely little rose loves me. Now my life is rosy, since I found my Rosie. With a girl like Rosie, how could I be blue?
from me. There's one rose sweeter than any that grows, and that's my Rosie. I'm so glad you chose me. Life is one sweet, beautiful song to me. Now my life is rosy.
Happy I know.
Since I found my
All to
Rosie.
the future will go.
Like
So
Rosie.
how could we
How could I be
blue? Home will have us a home out west. A nice little split level nest. And in every room, roses in bloom.
But there's one rose sweeter than all of the rest, and that's my Rosie.
I'm so glad you chose me.
Life is one sweet, beautiful song. When love is right, then what can be wrong? Life is one sweet, beautiful song to